Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make machuca, which is one of my favorite Honduran dishes. So some of the ingredients that we need to make machuca, this is my version. You need coconut milk, some fresh herbs like basil, you need some peppers, some spicy peppers. I prefer habanero just because I love the way they taste in soup. Some garlic cloves, some onion. We also need some green and some yellow plantains. Now this is the best part. You can put any type of seafood that you want into the soup, and I prefer to have some fish. I have some filet kingfish. I have some crabs, blue crabs, and some shrimp. I almost forgot one key ingredient, culantro. It just gives the soup a taste that reminds me of home. So now we're gonna start chopping up all the vegetables and all the ingredients that will go into the soup. So we're gonna take our cilantro and we're going to chop it as fine as you can. I just love the way that this smells when I'm prepping the soup. Okay, we're gonna put these ingredients in a container. We're gonna take our garlic and chop it up really small. I will finish prepping all these items and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to get the soup started. So I chopped all my ingredients. I used about 5 leaves of the culantro. I used 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. I used half of onion. I used half of red bell pepper, and I used a small green bell pepper. I also went ahead and chopped my plantains, and I have some water boiling, and they'll be ready to go in a few minutes. Okay, so now we're gonna move into one of the final stages of our prepping. We're going to season the fish with a little salt and pepper. So I'm gonna take some black pepper and just sprinkle some on both sides. A little bit of salt. I wanna say about half a teaspoon of salt on each side. We're gonna take some more pepper and finish the other side. And now we're ready to move on to the actual cooking of the machuca. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is pour about 1 to 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil into a pan that I have heating for the past 5 minutes so we can saute our vegetables. I also have another pan where I pour 4 cups of water, and we're gonna use this to boil our plantains. Be very careful when you're putting the plantains into the hot water. To add some flavor, we're going to put some salt into the boiling water. And now we're just gonna let the vegetables saute and cover our pot with the plantains boiling and they should be ready as soon as the plantains are soft, which should be in about 10 to 15 minutes, right? So our vegetables have been sauteed for about 5 minutes now, and as you can tell, they have become translucent. So this is a good indication that we can move on to the next stage. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna take the coconut milk and then I'm going to pour it into the pan. I'm also gonna take about 2 cups of water and include it in the mixture. Now this is pretty much the base of our soup. To add more flavors into it, I'm going to take 1 chicken bouillon, or you can also use salt. I just prefer the chicken bouillon because it gives it an extra flavor. We're gonna drop this into the mixture, and to give the soup some color, we're gonna use 1 packet of Sazon Goya. You have to make sure you get the kind that says con culantro y achote. The achote is what gives it the color. Okay, so we're gonna give it a little stir. We're gonna cover it and let it boil for about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, and I'll see you guys then. So it's been about 15 to 20 minutes, and I'm going to check on my plantains and my soup. And the way that I check on my plantains, I take a fork and I stick it into one of them, and if it goes through, they're ready to go. So my plantains are done. So we're gonna turn this off. Now we're gonna check our soup, and it's boiling. And it looks very delicious. So now I'm going to take my fish and I'm going to put it into the soup and cook it for about 5 minutes. And then I'm gonna come and add the shrimp and the crab. And the reason why we're putting them separate is because they all take different times to cook. The shrimp takes less time compared to the steak of kingfish, so that's why we're going to do it, add them gradually. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes since we put our fish into the soup. Now we're gonna go ahead and add the final ingredients, which is shrimp and the crab. We're gonna let it boil for about another 5 to 10 minutes, and our machuca will be finally done. The moment we've been waiting for is finally here. Our machuca is done. See, the crab is orange, and that's how you know when it's done. It will change colors. The shrimp, we're going to pour some of our soup, our fish, doesn't this look delicious? Okay, so this is pretty good. So this is the final product. We have our plantains, machuca, but I prefer them to be like this instead of mashed. And we have our soup, our hudutu. I hope you all like my video and like and subscribe for future videos. Buen provecho.